do this for 20 minutes before having mind-blowing sex with her. I'm gonna tell you my true story, and I'm gonna show you how to make this shit a reality for you. So this is a different style video. I told you, changing it up. I'm on one of my walks. You can hear the train. I live in the south of France, and so let's talk about this. I'm gonna talk about some very key things that you can do that will really just change the game. And it's something, when I used to coach my clients, these are some of the secrets that I used to share with them, and I obviously would dive deeper with them and tell them how to do it. But I'm gonna give you some of these things that I would tell my clients to do when they wanted to have mind-blowing sex with a woman. Be prepared to learn something completely new, maybe a little bit out of the ordinary of what you've been taught. And maybe you've heard some of this before, and if so, great. Tell me in the comment section how it's working for you, because it's not enough to just hear about advice. It's about living it. It's about implementing it. So let me find somewhere where I can tell this. Maybe the place over there, the heart. Maybe that's a good place. Let me get over there. Okay. When you want to have mind-blowing sex with her, you need to be really clear on what that looks like. So I wanted to move to the south of France, or to France, for many years. And so these are the things that I did to kind of manifest and get myself here. I'm going to talk about some very general concepts, but I want to show you how to do this when it comes to sex. So one, let's just talk about manifesting, or if that's too much of a girl word for you, creating what it is that you really want, creating an experience that you really want. So I really wanted to live in France. So one of the first things that I would do is I would talk about it. I would talk about it to everybody. I'm gonna live in France. I'm gonna live in France. That's something that you gotta do with her. You gotta talk to her and tell her the things that you wanna do to her. And you can make it like, I would love to do this to you, or it can be very direct, like, I'm gonna do this to your body and it's gonna be incredible. You can do it that way. I talked about it. The second thing was I would visualize it. I would see myself doing it. Now, I've been living here for 3 years. You know, I lived in Bali before. So I know a thing or two about creating a life outside of the box. Maybe your sex life is not outside the box. Maybe your sex life is very normal. Maybe it's very vanilla. Maybe it's very non-existent. Well, these same principles are going to transform your sex life. So you got to make sure that you do it. So I talked about it. Second thing was I visualized it. I could just see myself in France. I would come, and here's the third one. Here's the biggest one. I would take action. I would book trips to France. Now, I built a career where I could be very mobile. No one gave this shit to me. I built this shit, and I built a life where I could be really mobile, meaning I took action. I didn't just talk about moving to France. I didn't just see myself moving France, but I took action and would book trips and come to France at a month at a time, rent an Airbnb, scout different areas to see where I could practically see myself living. How do you do this in your sex life? One, like I said, talk about the things that you want to do with her. Visualize it. When you're in the shower touching yourself, visualize yourself making love to her. Visualize making her squirt. Visualize giving her those erotic experiences that she's never had before, that you've never given a woman before. See yourself doing that. And the third thing is you have to take action. You have to just start creating those opportunities. Now, you know, I have my squirting method where you can actually make her squirt. Maybe she's never had that experience. Maybe you're unsure about yourself about how to make that happen. But when you're in the shower, visualize yourself doing that. Talk to her about it. What would you think if I could do this to your body? What do you think about that? And then start taking action. Maybe it's just fingering her. And there's a dog here wanting to learn how to have mind-blowing sex. I think he's gonna join this video. You have to see yourself doing these things to her. It's not enough to just talk about it. It's not enough just to even watch my videos, but it's to really prepare yourself to give her that mind-blowing sex. So for 20 minutes, this is what you're going to do. For 20 minutes, you're going to visualize yourself doing this to her. That's gonna get you excited, right? These are what you're gonna do within the 20 minutes. You're gonna visualize yourself doing this to her. So maybe that lasts for 5 minutes in the shower before you see her. And then for about 10 minutes, you're gonna talk to her. You're just gonna tell her, listen, I would love to lick you up and down. I would love to lick every inch of your body. So you visualize touching her, making her squirt, licking her so good that she orgasms, maybe even before you guys get started, and telling her, listen, I would love to make you squirt. I would love to lick you so good that you lose control below. Tell her the things that you want to do. So 5 minutes of visualizing, 10 minutes of talking about it, and you know the last one. The last 5 minutes, you start taking action, meaning you start doing just that. Maybe you start licking on her. Maybe you gently start to finger her before you get her to squirt, because that's how it does start. And because you got the squirting method, you're gonna know exactly how to do that. And because you have tongue magic, or maybe you don't have tongue magic, where I teach you exactly how to lick a woman to where she will orgasm. You can get tongue magic in the comment section description. But you start taking action. You just don't be one of these guys. Sorry, I'm getting bit by mosquitoes. I'm having to scratch myself. Skeeters everywhere. But you're not one of those guys who just talks about it. You start taking action. You visualize yourself making her moan, making her come. And then you start telling her what you want to do. And then the last 5 minutes, you take action. You start licking her. You want to go down on her and give her that oral orgasm. Or if you want to make her squirt, then you gently start massaging her. You gently start fingering her, and you build her up. So I hope this helps. I know it's a different twist, but this is how I've created my own life. And this is what you're gonna do for 20 minutes to have mind-blowing sex and blow her mind afterwards. She's gonna be like, where the hell did that come from? And trust me, I get emails from guys all the time where they're women, since they've been watching my work and getting my courses, they've been saying, where did you learn this? Where did this come from? And that's exactly what you want to do. You want to blow her mind so freaking well that she's like, where the hell did you learn this? Who are you? And where did this come from? You want to be that guy that her mind is just exploding because she's never had an experience like this. And you brought that to her. Now, here's a video. Let me back up so there's room for it. Here's a video more about squirting, because I know it can be a little technical, so I really want to make sure you can do it. So I love you guys from the south of France. And yeah, that's how I created my life, and that's how you're going to create some mind-blowing sex. I love you. See you in my videos. Subscribe Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays. I love you. Gotta go. Bye.